Jamel, stop it. Hello and greetings and welcome to our channel. I am His Majesty, and right there's Joseph, my husband, and there's Prince Jomel, and all together we are the McRae Kingz. Welcome to our channel. For those of you that are new to our channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video and all of our other videos as well. And hit the notification button so that you'll get notifications when we post new content. With that being said, let's start this segment. I'm going to call this segment, I have a new name for it, Joseph. It's called Monday Mess. Now, what Monday Mess is going to be is all the mess that everybody covered last week, plus what went on during the weekend. So that's what we're going to talk about on Mondays. This is called Monday Mess, and this is going to be our hot mess. Now, as you guys know, last week we posted a couple of videos. We did the Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, madness, and what else did we post last week?
A bunch of stuff. Well, we made videos that we didn't post.
Yeah, we made videos that we did not post. You know, that is still on the on the director's
Editing
floor.
board.
Yes, on the editing board. So, with that being said, let's get into Monday Mess. Now, what I want to talk about, Joseph, and it's burning me up to talk about this, is we're going to talk about the Gayle King, Oprah Winfrey situation. Now, of course, you guys have seen the videos, you've seen the interview, and you've seen what has taken place throughout this past week with Gayle King. It's my understanding that she's getting death threats from people. She's just upset about this whole situation. If you haven't heard what's been going on, then you're not a part of the human race. But I'll recap it for you anyway. As you guys know, we recently lost Kobe Bryant, who was a basketball player for the Los Angeles Lakers. And following that, there was a series of interviews where people talked about his legacy, his history in football, and so on and so forth, and all of his accomplishments. You know, and side note, I didn't even realize Kobe had won an Oscar. But you know, they were talking about all of his accomplishments, and Gayle King decided that she was going to do an interview with one of his best friends, who is Lisa Leslie. Now,
WNBA star.
She's a WNBA star, Lisa Leslie. Now I knew of her back in the day. I've just never been I've never followed basketball.
She's like the Kobe Bryant of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Her and Cheryl.
Hold on, y'all. I got to put Jomel down because he's just doing too much. Say hi to everybody. Now I'm gonna put your little ass down and don't be barking while I'm doing my interview. Bye. Okay. But getting back to everything. Okay, so Lisa Leslie did an interview with Gayle King, and you know, the interview seemed to be going pretty positive until Gayle King decided that she would ask a question about something that was very, very inappropriate, I have to say, at this time. Were you gonna say something?
I don't think the first time she asked it was inappropriate. I don't. As a journalist, you're going to ask questions like that. I think after Lisa Leslie gave her opinion about it, and she kept insisting, it was like she kept insisting, trying to force her to say something different. That's when it became inappropriate to me.
Well, see, for me, I feel like Lisa Leslie was correct. If you had these questions for him, Kobe has won an Oscar. It's not like he's not been in the spotlight, Joseph. And I feel like if that was a question that she wanted to ask, why didn't she ask him herself? Why he was here? Why didn't you ask him herself? Why has it become such a hot topic? This alleged rape, which might I say he was acquitted from. He was not convicted. Why has this become such a topic now that he's dead? But see, this is what these journalists do to a lot of celebrities. And, you know, I understand that that's their job, but sometimes, y'all, journalists go too far, too.
But do they do it to celebrities or do they do it to black men?
They do it to celebrities, period.
Really? When was the last time a white celebrity died?
No. I'm not saying they don't do it in the same arena, but they have other celebrities. It has been done to others.
Whole trial is going on right now.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Harvey.
No.
Hold on, let me finish.
Nobody's talking about it.
No, what you said that they don't do it to white celebrities. They do it to white celebrities. It has been done to white celebrities. It may not have been as vocal as it is with us, but it has been done to them. Let's not completely, totally take them out the game. Let's be fair about it. Yes, it feels there's a sense, there is a feeling that Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey are on attack against black people,
black men.
Now we've always known that journalists, period, and I have to say a lot of white journalists are always looking out for the worst black story. We know that. That's not a question. That's not even a discussion. We already know that. But when it comes from our own, like Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey, it hurts. It's a dig. It's shady. It's underhanded. It's conniving. It's snakish. It's not right. It's not cool. And as much as I have to agree with what Snoop Dogg said, I don't advocate violence. I don't advocate violence. I don't think that did he say he was gonna punch her in the face or something like that? No, well he didn't.
No, but he didn't advocate violence toward her.
Right. I don't advocate violence. I don't. I don't advocate violence in any sense of the word. I don't. And so but what I do feel is though they were wrong, that Gayle King was wrong in the situation, and then Oprah, here you come trolling behind her, crying and saying, oh, she's getting death threats, when it's like my husband said, you put her up to it. You put her up to it. You know, I really do think that you were behind it. And you know what, I didn't think that until you said that.
Oprah put her up to it.
I really didn't think that until you said that Oprah put her up to it. But you got to know that, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and blame Oprah for it totally, because Gayle is a journalist just like Oprah is, and she got her own mind, and she had the authority to ask the question and not the question. And hold on, but this is what I'm saying. The question should not have been, it shouldn't have been asked, period. And if it was going to be asked from somebody, we still would have felt bad, but it would have felt better coming from somebody in the white arena than it did in our own arena.
But it would be more appropriate if it happened in 2017, 18, 19.
Yeah.
You talk about something that happened in 2003.
Right.
Most people nowadays didn't even remember that happened. Most people nowadays didn't even remember that happened. But you still brought it up. As for what reason? But again, you and Oprah ain't talking about Harvey Weinstein, but y'all ain't gonna do that, because see, the last time Oprah opened her mouth against white people, the whole beef industry was suing her ass because she said she don't eat beef, and everybody stopped eating beef. Mm-hmm. And she learned what it was like to fuck with the white people. So now
you wanted a dog. You sure you want a dog? You want another one?
Yes, because it'll keep him quiet.
Lies. We're not getting another dog. That's final. We're not getting another dog.
Well, anyway, clearly it's not meant for us to talk about Gayle and Oprah, because every time we do something happens.
It's a hotghettomess.com. But anyway, guys, we're going to move on to the next subject. I want to move on to the Oscars last night. Now, I don't really watch the Oscars. I'm not a fan of the Oscars. They're not for us, period, point blank. I'm going to let it go, leave it alone. But Billy Porter was there last night. And this is what I have to say about Billy Porter. Now, unlike everybody else that's trolling, that's dragging him on my Facebook feed, I'm going to try to spin this into being something a little bit more positive, because what I have to say to my LGBTQ community, especially my brothers, is that this is what we asked for. This is what we asked for. We asked to be equal. We asked for freedom. We asked to be not ridiculed because of who we are and what we are. These are all the things that we ask for. Do I think there's something wrong with what Billy Porter had on last night? I don't think there's something wrong with what he had on last night. If that's what he likes, it's nothing wrong with it. What I do have a problem with is that I don't want people to this camera right here. I don't want people to I want this to have this one narrative in their head that all gay black men want to dress like that. What I'm trying to get people to understand is that just like culture, we all come from different cultures, and that's what makes us so unique. Being gay, it's the same thing. We're all unique. We're all different people. All gay men don't like feminine men. All gay men don't like don't like trans women. They don't date trans women. All gay men don't date masculine men. You know, we're all different. We all dress different. We all look different. We're all different. I don't want Billy Porter to be the narrative to or the blueprint to me. Now, I'm a little androgynous myself.
Is it my turn yet?
No, not yet. I'm a little androgynous myself, Joseph. You know that. I will put on a wig in a minute. I will put on I will wear an outfit that you would never see another man in, but I make it look good. But I'm at the end of the day, that's just not my aesthetic. That's just not my aesthetic. And I think people should respectfully respect his aesthetic. Now, I'm making an assumption here. I'm making a big assumption here. Because Billy Porter is an idol of mine. I am a big fan of his. But I'm kind of like looking at him with a side eye and a little bit of disappointment because I keep saying to myself, you know, if you're transitioning, then I wish you would tell us. I wish you would tell us that you're transitioning. No, it's not your turn yet, Joseph.
Because I want to blow this whole thing up. But go ahead.
If you're transitioning, then there's nothing wrong with you transitioning. But you know, I'm just a part of me is just disappointed. And number two is, and I'm gonna let Joseph say whatever he gonna say. For those of you that are against anything that I've said, understand this. Billy Porter has just come into the spotlight since the show Pose has come onto the scene. And what I'm saying is this to Billy Porter. This is the way that you're dressing and what you're putting out there is not the way we were introduced to you. And so it's very difficult for us that are fans of yours to swallow. Now, I listen, I ain't know Billy Porter before Pose. I became a fan of his because I've just applauded his bravery from wearing that first, was that the outfit he wore at the Oscars last year? That's when I became a fan of his because I appreciated and I loved his bravery. It was his bravery for me. It took a lot of heart and a lot of bravery to get on the red carpet and wear what he wore last year to the Oscars. And that was, I wouldn't wear that. Now, my husband said he would wear it. But I wouldn't wear no tuxedo with no dress. No, you would never see, you ain't gonna never see Tramel McRae.
For the shock
in no
value,
dress.
and then you could take it off that pants. No. I would, for the shock value.
I would never. There's nothing in me that could ever be attracted.
Now, wear it all night long as an outfit? No.
No, I couldn't wear that. That's just, for me, that's not my aesthetic. And but I appreciate his bravery. I really do. I think his bravery is great.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, your turn. Y'all, we had to put Jomel away because Jomel, he don't know how to act when we doing videos, so we had to take him and put him in another room. And so if you hear squeaking in the background, that's Prince Jomel.
Let me tell you what I feel about this whole Billy Porter situation. One, I would never knock another gay man for living in his truth. Because one, if that's his truth, that's his truth. Two, y'all are having a problem with the way Billy Porter is dressing, but y'all fail to realize he came to fame on Broadway for doing Kinky Boots, which was about drag queen.
That's true.
Or yeah. I only watched Kinky Boots on in the movies. I never saw the Broadway play, but I want to say it was a transsexual, not a drag queen. But that's what he played. So he was used to wearing women's clothes and high heels and stuff like that because Kinky Boots is just that. Two, I don't think Billy Porter is the problem. I think the media is the problem.
Excuse me for a second.
The media wants to spin this narrative that this is what black gay men are. This is what black gay men do. And that's not the case. Us black gay men being LGBT, we know that that's not the full narrative. If we're not out there being feminine, then they spin a narrative that we're down low and we don't want to tell nobody. But do we really get mad at Billy Porter? Or do we get mad at the black gay men in Hollywood that don't want to live out loud? Because the only one that was living out loud, in my opinion, was Jussie Smollett. And because of what happened with him, you don't see him anymore. You don't see him on red carpet. You don't see him prominent on TV as much as you did. But past Jussie Smollett, how many other black actors are out there saying that they're gay? And it's the same thing like with when black gay men get mad when they see black gay men marrying white men. The media. They don't put black men like me and Tramel up front. You didn't even know Style of Hollywood was on Netflix. But I bet you if it was a black and a white man that was married, black man and white man, and they had their own show on Netflix, they would have been right in the forefront. They would have been advertising it. But Style of Hollywood was about two married gay black men. A lot of people didn't even know about it. I promoted it on my page. A lot of this has nothing to do with Billy Porter himself. I don't knock him for living his truth and living out loud. I don't. It's the media's fault because that's the only thing they want to show. All the media wants to show is us being queenie. Even when we was on TV, they just want to show us being queenie.
Yeah, because they think it's comical.
And a lot of us older gay men, we don't get it. And we never will get it. No. Because in our day and age, if a man wanted to wear women's clothing, he was either a drag queen or a transsexual.
Yeah.
The millennials get it because for some reason, they think it's cute to wear women's clothing and wear makeup and eyelashes and stuff and walk around still being men.
But that's not everybody's aesthetic.
No, what I'm saying is millennials will get it faster than we get it.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not used to that. It's a different day and age. So I don't knock him, again, for living in his truth. And if that's what he wants to do, who am I to stop him from doing what he wants to do? But again, if you want to be mad because, all you see is the queeniest of the queen. Look at Karamo. Karamo was on The Real World. He's so masculine. Look at Karamo now. A queen, honey. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it because I think his little facade of being some boy was just that. Because now he's the biggest queen walking the face of the earth. Mm-hmm. He dresses like Billy Porter almost. He ain't been in a dress, but some of the things he's been in have been
a hot ghetto mess.com
people sit
child.
Back and be like,
Bonquisha be making his outfit.
Todrick Hall, he always putting on a dress, getting in drags and stuff like that. These are the gay men that are out and living their lives out loud. Yeah. Like I said, the only gay man that was semi-masculine was Jussie Smollett. You're not seeing him anywhere anytime soon.
No. Because
of what happened with him. So again, past him, name me another black actor in Hollywood that's living their life out loud. You can't.
Yeah.
The ones that are living their lives out loud are dressing like Billy Porter, Karamo, Todrick Hall, RuPaul. They're the ones living out loud. They're the ones living their lives out loud. So we can't get mad if that's who's in the media.
Right.
You can't. Right. Because that's all they have to show.
No. That's all we're paying attention to because you do have other gay men that are living their lives like Don Lemon. Don Lemon is gay, but he don't, just because he don't do this don't mean he living his life out loud.
But that's my point. That's exactly my point. When do you see Don Lemon in the other than him being on the news doing what he does?
Yeah.
They don't put Don Lemon on the cover of magazines. They don't put Don Lemon in the forefront because that's not what the media wants to portray black men as being.
Right.
But they will throw him in the forefront when they want to talk about black men being in love because his husband or boyfriend or fiance is white.
Yeah. That's
because
true.
they want to spin that narrative too, that we can't love each other, that we can't have a loving relationship. They do it to black women too.
Yeah.
They don't never show black men with black women. They only show black men when they want to have a white wife, or they have a white girlfriend, or they're an NBA star, football, or whatever with a white woman. They don't spin the narrative that black people can love each other. Don't get mad at the people. Get mad at the sources. That's my point.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
get mad at them for living their truth.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at people for being in love.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at Billy Porter for living his best life. Because he ain't thinking twice about what the fuck we got to say.
He sure enough ain't.
Because at the end of the day, he's ending up on every cover of every magazine.
I'm
just
still
pissing all of us off.
Yeah.
Because
it's not pissing me off.
No, I'm saying the ones that are mad. Pissing them off because they like, this ain't what black gay men is, and it's the emasculation of the black man. Is it really?
No, it's not. It's not the emasculation of the black man. No, this is what I want the heterosexual world to understand is that we, just like they are, we're all, just because we fall under one umbrella doesn't mean that we're all the same.
And please save me that's stupid for them to think that, because at the end of the day, it only take a white person to see one black thug. That's why black men get killed the way they do. Because it only takes one for them to assume that all black men are thugs if we look a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's the same difference. When straight people see Billy Porter, guess what? All the black men that live their lives out loud and then walk in the room and say, yes, I'm gay, all of us secretly want to dress like that. All of us secretly want to be that. But they think we're just scared to do it because we're scared to do it in the streets. When in actuality, all the boys that want to look like that and dress like that, they're doing it.
Well,
they're living their authentic truth and they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because I can name one right now that come out in some shit and I'd be like, you ain't scared. And he is unbothered and not pressed and walk the streets in a shirt big enough for me and wear it as a motherfucking dress.
Okay.
And be unbothered.
Okay.
It ain't nothing wrong. If that's what, again, us older gay men don't understand it because in our day and age, it wasn't like this.
It's not that we don't understand it.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you want to be a boy and wear girl stuff. I understand it if you want to be a girl. I understand it if you want to be a drag queen. I don't understand why you want to be a boy and be pretty. I don't. I just don't get it.
It's because listen, we can, if we really want to get into the meat of that, we could really get into the meat of that because, Joseph, it's a series of many things that will sound very stereotypical. They will sound very, very prejudiced and racist if I say them, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, but it's the same
I mean,
time.
it has a lot to do with people. A lot of these millennials.
What you have to understand is, up to Rihanna. They look up to Beyonce, no, and they want to be like them, but they're women.
No. That's not what it has to do with it. I really don't believe that that's not my take on it. My take on it is this, and this is what I have. This is how I feel. This is the reason why millennials are the way they are, is because what you have to understand is in the past 20 years, we have seen women raise children in single family homes, like single parent homes. So a lot of these young millennials that are gay, you have to understand they didn't get the attention that they wanted. They didn't get to be put in the spotlight like they wanted to be put in the spotlight. They didn't get the things that they desire. So now that they're at an age where they can just be expressive and express themselves, that's what they do. The same thing we did, but we did it in a different context. We did it in a different context, Joseph. Listen, as flamboyant as I am now, I was when I was in my 20s. As flamboyant as I am now, I was even worse back then. But we did it in a different context. We lived in a world where we couldn't carry ourselves the way we carry ourselves now.
No, but I think it was different.
We couldn't.
I think we looked.
Time was different.
We looked up to women.
Yeah.
I had my Janet Jackson. Other older gay men, and I'm not saying Tremel, but older gay men had their Diana Ross. We all did that, but we didn't aspire to be them. Right. Nowadays, these millennials want to be Meg Thee Stallion. They want to be Nicki Minaj. Yeah. They want to be Rihanna. They want to be Beyonce.
It's like a competition.
And they want to look like them.
It's like they're competing with the women. We
didn't want to look like. And when we did dress like Janet Jackson, she wasn't walking around here half naked. And if she did, she had on a crop top and a pair of jeans.
Right.
She didn't have on a bathing suit.
Because time was different.
She didn't have on. She wasn't half naked.
Yeah, she wasn't half naked.
So for us to emulate her, it wasn't hard because all we had to do was put on a baseball cap and a crop top or some jeans or Diana Ross. The same thing. Most drag queens or drag queens wanted to be like her with the big hair and the gowns, and men didn't want to do that. Nowadays, men want to be like these women because that's who they have. You know why? Because now they can look at Billy Porter and say, well, I aspire to be him because we didn't have any men to look up to. Right. All we saw on TV was finger popping queens. That was it.
I hate putting this narrative out there, but you're right. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all.
You can only identify with what you see.
I'm gonna tell you a story. My cousin Monica. I remember my cousin Monica. It's funny that you talk about how these young millennials, they want to compete with the women. My cousin Monica, I remember when she used to be around me and all my gay friends, she would pull up her shirt and she would show us her titties and she would shake her titties in front of us and do this. She would be like, y'all want these, y'all want these, y'all want this, but you can't have this. You can't have this. Y'all want to have a pair of these, and so on and so forth. Where women get twisted. But you know what? I used to get so infuriated when she did that. But now that you opened up that door, that's what it appears like. It appears like
women
that.
Because women feel, because I've had conversations with plenty of them, and I had to bring them quite together. Women feel because if a man is feminine, we want to be a woman. No, the only people that feel they're born in the wrong bodies are transsexual. Right. Because like I told women, why would I want to be you when you can't keep your man home, honey? Your man is coming to me when you're home because I have what you don't have. I don't want to be a woman. For what?
No, me neither. I don't want to be no woman.
I don't have to have what you have to get a man.
High heel shoes.
I don't want to bleed 7 days in a week, every month. For what?
Ew.
No.
And have that little... Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. There's not many gay men that want to do that.
No.
Gay men. See,
gay men. There's a difference.
Gay men.
You must know the difference. You must know the difference.
Gay men.
Yes, gay men. We're talking about gay men, not
gay
transsexuals.
Men don't want to be women.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't.
We're just naturally feminine. At times.
But I don't see them talking about them running around here with men and they more masculine than some of the men they date.
Right. I mean, but some of us are just naturally... Listen, men, women, heterosexual, gay...
Women. I'm just trying to help y'all understand before y'all start with the you want to be me shit.
No.
That's not the case.
I love my beard. I love my mustache. I love my body. I love Mr. Window down there. I love everything about me. Don't want to be no woman.
New millennials that wear makeup and high heel. I don't know. I'm not speaking for them. I'm speaking for me and my terms back in the day when I was approached by women and they told me that or told me I was jealous because they had a puss and all this extra stuff. And I had to bring them together real quick and say, honey, but I still can get your man without a puss. Okay. That's why he wants me. Why would I want to be you when you can't even hold on to the man? Because back in the day, honey, I was the boy, I was the gay that you wanted to be aware of because I was the one smiling in your face, sleeping with your man behind your back.
And besides that, anyway, brothers, when we came in the room, we took all y'all girls away from y'all anyway. Let me just say this: most of the girls was up on me. Even though they knew my tea, they was still up on me. I had one girl told me, she was like, Tramell, I'll lick the dildo. Okay,
I always had one thing. I was smart, honey. I was always around the baddest bitches.
Yeah, me too.
The prettiest bitches, because guess what? They attract the boys.
Mm-hmm. Side note, you straight men out there. Y'all, we are y'all best allies because we all.
I learned my lesson with that too.
Yeah, it's that can be a double-edged sword.
As soon as they get mad, guess what? I become the F word, or they want to run around and tell boys what I was telling them about the boys because they would be mad because the boys that they want was sleeping with me on the low. So I learned my lesson with that too. Never trust a woman with your secrets ever. Never. Some of you are learning that now. Some of you learned real quick that you become the F word real quick when they get mad at you. But that's a whole nother live for a whole nother day.
Yes.
But back to Billy Porter.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Well, we talked a lot about Billy Porter, child.
It's not about him as much as it is the media putting him in the forefront. I say, girl, get your life, bitch.
Yeah, me too. I say, get your
it's
life.
It's your time.
And for all you people...
You've been in Hollywood for a very long time. Your resume is very long. Everybody has their moment. Everybody has their time. And now's your time. And however you use your time,
exactly, because you only get that one moment.
Use it because it's not going to last
Ride
forever.
it till the fucking wheels fall
off.
off.
We all know, even the hottest of the hot in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's the moment. Take your moment to shine. Do you, boo?
Yeah, that's it.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you either. But what I will say to my other LGBTQ brothers that are dragging him for his aesthetic, y'all really need to cut it out, because what I'm gonna say to you guys is, just like you wanted somebody to have an open mind about you, y'all need to have an open mind about this. And I'm not saying that you have to dress like that or you have to take on that aesthetic, but you have to respect it, and you have to respect it.
You don't have to understand it.
No, you don't.
You just need to respect him as a black gay man, living his truth and living out loud, period. Past that, you don't never have to understand it. You don't.
No, you don't.
I don't. But it ain't for me to understand because I'm not the one doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's like me doing it and going, I'm just doing this. I don't understand why I'm doing it, but I'm just doing it because Billy Porter does it. That would be dumb and stupid. What I'm saying is respect him as a gay black man that's living in his truth and living out loud like most of us want to do that are not doing it. And the ones of us that are doing it, be your best self, period.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. I live out loud. I live my truth.
Now, before we get on to the next topic, I'd like to put out a side note. Y'all want to know why Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King are the way they are? Y'all want an understanding of that? Read the Willie Lynch letters. Read the Willie Lynch letters. And speaking of the Willie Lynch letters, let's talk about Black History Month. Now, me and Joseph, we had a little discussion about this. I really don't celebrate Black History Month. And don't jump on me, y'all, yet. I don't celebrate Black History Month because there's not a month long enough to celebrate all the accomplishments and all the things and all the recognition that we should get as Black people. There's just not a month. It's not. And 28 days, 31, it don't matter. It's not enough. Not enough. We will never get the credit due that the full credit due that we deserve. I celebrate Black history, period, all year round. I celebrate my Black brothers and sisters who have made accomplishments, who are going to make accomplishments, who have created legacies and just history, period. I celebrate that 365 days of the year. With that being said, do you have anything to say about Black History Month?
No, because every day is Black History Day for me because I am Black.
Yeah, I mean, I am Black.
I share things
every
on
month
my
is
page
Black History Month
that I find interesting, like the Betty Boop thing, that she was really created off of a Black woman that never got her just due for actually being Betty Boop, but they created that cartoon.
Right.
I share stuff about inventions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I share stuff
to educate, but past that, it's Black History Month every month.
Well, since we bringing up something like that, let me just bring give y'all a little history on now anybody that knows me knows I'm just like big on Egypt. Now that's where our beginnings began as far as I'm concerned. Our beginnings began in the Egyptian days. We were great kings and queens in the Egyptian days, and Egyptian people are Black. Thank you very much. Well, we started out Black, but Egyptian people are Black. And I just wanted to give you a little history on one of the Egyptian pharaohs. His name was Akhenaten. His original name was King Imhotep. But after his father passed away and he was left with the throne, um, he changed his name to Akhenaten. And the not Akhenaten, it was a homage to the sun. To the sun. Akhenaten was the first monotheist. Yeah, he was first monotheist, meaning he was the first human being in the history of the world to praise one God, and the one God that he praised was the sun god. And there is this allegedness in the science world and in the history world that that's where biblical history came from. Um, Biblical history actually came from Egyptian religion. But we ain't gonna go into that. I just wanted to give y'all that little bit of history on Egyptian history. I wanted to give y'all that little information. Be proud. Be proud, Black people. Be proud. Be proud 365 days of the year. Black History Month is a great gesture, I have to say, at this time in our lives. Black History Month is a great gesture. But there's nothing that could. There's nothing that
the shortest month of the whole year.
Yeah, there's nothing that could. There's not enough to celebrate us. There's just not enough. There's too, and it's not. And I don't want this to be a black and white thing. We've made that many accomplishments that for us to have a celebration on Black history is we would be celebrating a lifetime. We would be celebrating more than 365 days because that's how much we have done in this world, period. That's how much we, not in just the Western world, but in this world, period. With that being said, let's move on to the Housewives of Atlanta. This is going to be our last topic for Monday Mess. The Housewives of Atlanta last night was a hot mess. And, for me, Joseph, I have already made my decision. I don't know if you made your decision yet, but if Nene is leaving the Housewives of Atlanta this season, if this is to be her last season, this is to be my last season. And I stand in the line with a whole bunch of other people that feel the same way. I don't even want to know what the show is going to be like if Kenya is going to take over the top peach, like she did before when Nene left. Kenya is a snake. She is a snake. She is the lowest of low when it comes to women and how women can be conniving and snakish and sneaky and dirty and underhanded. She is the dirtiest. The dirtiest. Now, I thought Omarosa was an evil. She was an evil. I thought Omarosa was evil. Kenya is, if the devil got a bride, then Kenya Moore is the devil's bride on earth. Because that shit she did last night to that woman, that was horrible. That was worse than anything, and I can't wait for the reunion. I can't wait for the reunion. If any of those women stand on the side of what Kenya did, then all of them is about the fuck shit. And that's another reason for me to stop watching that show. Because that shit was dirty. And all you housewives that are on that show with Kenya, for future reference, because I know the taping for this season is over with. For the next season, y'all better watch out for Kenya Moore. Y'all better watch that bitch with a side eye, because I'm telling you, and like I said, I don't advocate violence, but you know what? Kenya Moore need her fucking ass whooped. She need her ass beat. You know who should have whooped her ass? Vivica Fox should have whooped her ass when they was on the Apprentice. Did you
Vivica Fox?
Did you see what she did? Did you see what she did to Vivica Fox? Let me just remind y'all what she did to Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox was on the same team with her. Okay? And they were in the room, planning and doing what they, doing their task or whatever, and all of a sudden Vivica's phone turned up missing. and she couldn't find her phone. And so she went to Trump and she told Trump that she couldn't find her phone and so on and so forth. And she just really paid it no mind. And I guess she called her phone company and she got it turned off or whatever. But then when she finally did, then all of a sudden the phone just surfaced. So when the phone surfaced, she went to go look at her Instagram and found out that some things had been put on there that she hadn't put on there. Something about her mother, something about her it was some crazy shit that made her sound like she was crazy. People were looking at her like, why would you say that, Vivica? When in reality, Kenya was the one that had stole her phone, went onto her Instagram and started posting posts on her Instagram. Now that's a dirty bitch. That's a dirty bitch. Kenya is dirt, and I don't. You know what? I understand, and see that's the thing with me with these reality shows, and that's why I'm starting to tap out on a lot of these reality shows. I used to watch Love and Hip Hop all the time. I used to watch Miami. Well, I still watch Miami and sometime New York. But this is the reason why I'm starting to tap out on these reality shows is because number one is we need more programming, y'all. We need more we need a bigger and better variety of programming on TV, in the black media besides reality TV. I think we can do better than just reality TV. Well, we leave it up to Tyler Perry, we can't. Because that mess, Tyler Perry, that movie you put out, Tyler Perry, you need to, never mind, we're gonna leave that alone. We done past that. But this is why I'm tapping out to all these reality shows is because guys, first of all, half of the shit on there ain't real. But the reason why they keep us on is for the buffoonery and for the bullshit that fucking Kenya did last night.
See, let me tell you something.
That shit got ratings. That got ratings, and I'm telling you, got everybody just like me. I ain't gonna say I ain't a sucker, because I am, because I'm talking about it. It's gonna get everybody talking. If it was boring, we wouldn't watch it, right?
Because let me tell you something. The only person that was smart was motherfucking Portia that dragged that bitch, because she wasn't ready for the be dragged.
Oh yeah, Portia yanked that ass.
Kenya the type of bitch
that you yank. You grab that bitch by the back of her fucking head, her real head, and yank her ass.
In any way advocating violence in any way, form, or fashion.
I mean, in this case, I am. If I was Kenya, I'd have jumped over that table and wore her ass out. I would have wore her ass out.
I'm not advocating violence in no way, form, or fashion. But the Kenya's that
Tanya, you need to whoop that ass. You need to whoop that ass. Wait a minute, hold up. No, not yet. Let's give him a recap. Let's give him a recap of what happened.
I ain't gotta give him a recap.
No.
You let me say what I'm gonna say, you'll be happy.
Wait a minute.
With what I'm gonna say.
Wait a minute. Let's give him a recap.
You won't let me say what I want to say.
No, you gotta tell him. Because for those that missed it.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a recap using me and my husband. Let me tell you something. If a bitch bring another man to me to tell me how my husband tried to pick him up, first of all, that girl was a little too flippant to lip. She was mad because Tanya wasn't getting mad. She was mad because Tanya said they're like, okay, and
can you put her up to it though?
And the other girl getting flipped. But I'm just telling you. And first of all, bitch, you'd have got slapped just on that alone.
Cookie lady, your ass would have been
Cookie lady.
Kenya almost got your ass. Kenya would have got your ass
cookies in her motherfucking down her motherfucking throat. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, Cynthia, you ain't
you's a snake bitch too.
You sitting right there with Kenya, so you gonna be accused. You guilty by association. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and you know what pissed me off about Cynthia? The bitch gonna come back in the restaurant talk about I came back in to get my cookies. Bitch, the motherfucking cookie was more important than your fucking friend. Tanya was supposed to be her friend.
Number three, let me tell y'all something. See, I done ran across a bunch of Kenya Moores in my life.
Y'all see how I'm reacting to the shit, right? I done ran across
a bunch of Kenya Moores in my life.
Me too. And done wore they ass
the Kenya Moores in my life, and like Kenya Moore, that's the bitch that you pop in the motherfucking mouth and you go sit in jail proudly. Because that's that bitch that ain't gonna fight you back. That's that bitch you just pop one good time. Bam!
Oh, I'm gonna
pop
her more than one
in
time.
Her motherfucking mouth, knock a motherfucking tooth out.
I'm going to pop you more than one time.
And matter of fact, you just sit there and you call the police from your motherfucking phone and be like, I'm gonna need you to send the ambulance And I'm gonna need you to come get me because I'm about to beat the shit out of this fucking bitch. I've had plenty of those type of bitches in my life, and I knew when I popped the bitch what was gonna happen. And sometimes it's worth sitting your ass in jail and catching a case just to pop a bitch to let them know, bitch, fuck you and fuck your little phone and call the motherfucking
more
police.
than one time, honey.
Because if I'm going to jail, like when Portia yanked her motherfucking ass, that bitch gagged. Yeah. She got so much mouth, but she ain't do shit to Portia.
Because she thought Portia was
she ain't realized that Portia was that girl that was going to yank that bitch and fuck her up.
Yeah.
And the only reason why Portia let her go was because of Nene. Because Nene was like, no.
I'm mad.
Nene gagged when Portia yanked her.
Now, y'all just heard my husband explain what he would do.
Let me
tell you something.
She'd have got beat.
If that would have been me,
went to jail proudly.
No, if that would have been me, when the paramedics got there, they would have been like, "What is that? What is that on the ground?" Oh, that was the person. Her name was Kenya Moore. Well, why does she look like that? Where's her face? Her face is over there. Her face is over there because I would have been I would have cracked open a 2-liter can. Do you understand me? Let me tell you something, bitch. Let me tell you something. Anybody ever try to come from my child? Let me tell you something. I would have wore that bitch like a motherfucking
I don't understand why she worried about Tanya's fiance when she can't even get her husband to respect her.
Okay,
that's the thing that would have been. I would have been sitting there the whole time saying, so you can find a cookie lady, but you don't even know where your husband is. Your husband don't even talk to you. He don't even respect you as a person. He pay your daughter more mind than he pay you.
I see why your mama didn't want you.
He respect your daughter more than he respect you because you a miserable bitch. But see, hurt people
hurt people. Hurt people.
So you see, that's why she's doing what she's doing because she wouldn't take the narrative.
But you know what
she know better than to say nothing to Portia, honey, because she already know Portia yank her motherfucking ass.
But you know what made me
notice how she backed away from Portia when Portia yanked her.
Because she know Portia will yank
she already
that
know
ass.
Portia will yank her motherfucking ass and don't think twice about it.
And quiet as it kept, Nene will yank her ass too.
Oh, Nene gonna fuck her up too.
Nene will yank her ass.
But see, everybody's scared because they already know she ain't gonna fight back. She gonna call the police. But I'm telling you, some bitches is worth beating the shit out of them and sitting in jail for. I'm telling you, some bitches, them bitches like her that start shit and always want to threaten to call the police. Those them bitches that you know what?
I'll take an L in a minute.
I'm just gonna sit my black ass in jail. I ain't gonna hurt you too bad because I ain't gonna sit in there but for so long.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt you
bad enough.
I'm gonna hurt you bad
so that you know next time you go to open your motherfucking mouth, bitch. The next time somebody gonna break the other side of your motherfucking jaw.
I'm gonna hurt you bad. See, I'm so the Lord Jesus, you did the right thing by not making me a woman. You did the right thing, Lord. You sure did. Because I'd probably be in jail right now. I'd probably be on death row. Because if a bitch ever tried me like that, if a dude ever tried me like that with my husband, oh, child, he already know, don't you? You know, right? You know, he already know. He already know, and it goes both ways. I already know if a child, my husband gets something, he goes off on people online. Let alone if somebody try it with us in person. If you let somebody try to come up to me and try to disrespect. That shit was some disrespectful shit that you did last night, Kenya. And you know what? You's a dirty, snakish ass bitch for doing that shit. If you should ever see this video, you's a dirty, low down snake. And all those housewives that saw that shit happen, this is y'all first time watching that shit, then y'all need to vote her ass off. She don't even deserve to be on the next season for that dirty shit she did. That was dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty in the word. That was dirtier than what Phaedra did. They need to bring Phaedra back and they need to put Kenya ass take her off the show because that was some dirty shit. But you know what? Karma is such. You know that Karma, that bitch. She is something else. Karma is something else.
She will get you.
Karma will turn you out, honey. Karma will give you gagnations in a motherfucking minute.
Cooking. You make it in my mouth sandwich.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Oh, Joseph, get it away. There's a man. Joseph is watching this video, y'all. It's a man actually taking mice off of the sticky trap.
No. No, not off the sticky trap. He cooked them in a pan.
Oh, he cooked the mice in a pan. Those ain't mice. Those are rats.
Those are mice. Rats are bigger than that. And put them on bread. He
put them on bread and made him a
bread.
mouse sandwich, y'all. Let me tell you something. I keep telling y'all the internet is a double-edged sword, y'all, with this bat suit. Bat suit. Y'all gonna
Did you see the video I posted with the lady eating snake and just ripping it with her teeth and just sitting there eating a whole snake?
No, I don't want to see that, Joseph. I don't want to see that. And y'all, the last thing, before I do my outro, But with that being said, that's the end of Monday Mess. Now, as y'all can see, Monday Mess is a mess. And Joseph and I, we can be a mess too. And we are here for the mess. With that being said, we're going to sign off now. Please make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. We are on all social media platforms. We're on Twitter. We are on Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube. And also, guys, please go over to our podcast and listen to our commentating on our podcast and listen to some of the great interviews right now. We're doing a great series of interviews called Love and Marriage. That's all I got to say. Joseph? Got anything to say? That's all you got to say?
Bye.
Well, with that being said, Joseph ain't got nothing to say. He capped it all. Walk in love, peace, and happiness. And remember, it's Team McRae.
All damn day.
Bye. Peace.